As we had our first story and announced the conviction of 3 who were connected to the Garissa University attack on 3rd of April 2015 that left at least 148 people dead. And that's not all. It also left victims who still have scars, those who survived. And we have them still in studio. And they were actually first-year students at the time and have since continued, and they'll tell us about that. But Mariam, would you consider this a happy day given the conviction that has been given today?
You know, they have been caught, yes, but it's not a happy day because it reminds us of what we went through. Even if they've been caught, it's a good sign, yes, but it awakes the wounds that we suffered on that day. So it's not a happy day, really. And
there's a lot of promises, especially after the attack, that yes, you will be transferred to another institution and they will follow up in terms of facilitating counseling and support to make sure that you clear your studies. Has that been the case for you, Ngoge?
Personally, yes, wanted to transfer from Garissa University to Moi University, and that was the first step.
Yes.
Alafu kuna some other people who came wakatuofa scholarships. Some of us, kuna wengine wetu walienda Italy, and wengine wakalipa school fees. But kuna that small group of us, wenye tuliachwa, we were left behind.
Yes.
We never got any sort of financial help or something like that. Alafu counseling sessions zilikuwa very brief. So basically wengine wetu tuliachwa tukiwa bado mentally disturbed.
Right. Kwako ilikusumbua wewe mwenyewe?
Personally, in my case, I had to defer. Defer. And then he seek extra counseling sessions. Now, as you all know, counseling sessions are very expensive, but nilibahatika kupata free sessions.
Right. And to date, have you managed to finish? You're doing computer science?
I'm doing computer science. I still have 2 years to go. Currently, bado sija resume shule. So I have a lot of explaining to do nikirudi kule juu. So as of now, nimechelewa by 2 semesters.
Because people, you know, there's a lot of sympathy that accompanies this, period after, and saying, and a lot of pledges. Have people really followed up with this? You've managed to finish computer science and at Moi University. And would you say that for you, you've gotten to that place where you've healed, or has it been a lot of covering up?
Okay, for me, Mark, in as much as I tried my best kumaliza the computer science course, I've also been through challenges. Remember, we were promised from time to time check-up by counselors and by other institutions that had promised us, but that was not the case. So after we were incorporated into Moi University, most of them, after the incorporation, they left us. Kama saizi tuseme, like for me, I still have those moments where hata kitu kifanyika tuseme kama a bang happens in town, bado nitashtuka. I remember when the D2 attack happened, I was in town, and unajua na kulikuwa na jam Mombasa Road. I was going to Utawala, na kulikuwa na jam Mombasa Road. Do you know, I felt as if I could shook up the mat and talk and
just run.
Yeah, because you could imagine the picture that it brings back. You see, and then the sharing of photos on social media, it sparks up, it sparks those memories, and the memories in my mind are always as fresh as I saw the thing happen.
And Mariam, what would you tell people who are quick to share those photos on WhatsApp groups and what have you, and they say in the name of, showing how bad it is, and in fact there's an ongoing case about this, but as a victim who went through this and people were sharing those pictures on WhatsApp groups, how did it make you feel? What does it do to you?
Personally, when I see those pictures, for example, as Jay was saying, in the 14 Riverside attack, those pictures being shared, it brings up those memories back again, and I'm reliving the moment once again. And for example, for the parents of the victims who passed on during the Garissa attack, it revives those memories of their children. It brings the sadness. You know, those wounds have not been healed yet. They're still fresh. According to me, they're still fresh because, as Joe was saying, during that attack, 14 Riverside, I didn't come out of the house that day because, like, I saw like the Al-Shabaab were coming for me next, you know. So I just called my parents, crying because I couldn't do anything. I was so in shock. That's why people should not post those kind of pictures, those horrific pictures
Right.
in the internet.
Joseph Ngoge, before Jason comes in, you also say that you're still going through episodes sometimes, and you're not even able to finish your education. To those who share these pictures, and they're quick to do that, what's your word to them?
Personally, naweza sema, if at all, he's a man, a guy, if at all alishare those pictures, akiwa na financial, whatever, if at all sharing those pictures because na benefit financially, naweza mwambia that is a very inhuman thing to do. Anaweza jaribu something else like approaching us. Asikize story zetu and then aandike kuhusu story zetu. Maybe you naweza benefit financially other than posting those pictures. Hiyo tena ni kutoheshimu mwenye apoteza maisha yake na familia yake.
Na hizo familia.
Yeah, so basically that is so inhuman and fine.
Jason?
Yeah, I was taught something on sharing photos on social media, and I come to learn that one of the known bloggers, Robert Alai, has been arrested because of sharing some of sensitive photos of something that happened, I think in Wajir. What I would say is, it is good for you to scrutinize some of those things before you post them on social media. And you know, in the current generation, people are receiving and forwarding, which makes information spread so fast. So before you like if I send you something, before you resend it to someone else, think about it. Think about the impact that it is going to have on that person. I remember during the Garissa thing, after we came from Garissa, someone sent me a photo of guys who had been shot and were laying down on the floor. Do you know what that triggered in my mind?
Can't imagine.
It was a nasty experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So before one shares something on social media, you should first of all think about the sensitive of the things of the information that you are sharing and the impact it is going to have on the people that you are sending the photos to.
And just as we conclude now, and you can update us with where you are in terms of what you've been able to do so far, because people say life goes on, but it hasn't been easy for you. So where are you now? What's your hope for the future?
Currently, I'm waiting for my graduation in Bachelor of Arts in Economics in August, and so far, I thank God because He has been with me. He has helped me through even studying. Sometimes even studying is hard. You're just being reminded of what you went through. But the family, friends who have supported me, I thank them too. And so far, I'm still job hunting because waiting for graduation.
Yes.
And I pray for the best.
Right. Joseph?
Personally, I'm looking forward to finishing my whatever degree course
in computer science.
Because I still have 2 years to go.
2 years to go.
Yeah, so basically I'm more than hoping God that I come through venye inafaa. That my university bado may preserve my space there.
All right, and I believe they're listening. Jason, as you also speak about, and on behalf of the other students who were victims and survived this, and those who also lost their loved ones and families.
First, I would like to say, we as the Garissa community, the guys who came from Garissa, we are a solid thing. We always support each other, and we always have each other's backs. And for the families that were affected, more so, there's a village that lost 11 students.
Yes.
That's a big loss. In as much as everyone wants to go to the university and get education, that in turn you're going to do something that will change the face of your village, the face of your family. I think there's still a long way to go for those families, because some of them, as Joseph was saying, they sold their parcels of land. Some of them carried out fundraising, and others sold part of things that they held dear.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say I think those families should be put into consideration.
Right.
Yeah, and in as much as I'm done with my degree in Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, I am happy, yes, but how about people like Joseph here who are not able to complete?
Right.
How about someone else somewhere else who is stuck in the education in completing their degree? Currently, I can say I'm also job hunting, as I await for my graduation in August.
All right.
Yes.
And I wish you, sincerely, I wish you all the best as you surge forward. And for those who are listening and responsible in terms of follow-up in the particular cases, this is an opportunity for you to pick up on the pledges that were made. Jason, Joseph, and Mariam, thank you for your time. And especially given how hard it is sometimes, it brings back memories. Thank you for sharing your time and your experience so far. All the best to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Asante.